And Friday, September 30th, the last workout of the month, and we have a full body EMOM. EMOM stands for every minute on the minute, and we're all doing 16 minutes, unless you'd like to do more. We have swings and air squats. Between 10 and 15 reps of swings, that's gonna be your choice. Between 10 and 15 reps of air squats, that's going to be your choice. So I put in parentheses, the number of reps will depend a lot on how heavy your swings are. Adjust accordingly. So if you have heavier weights or a heavier kettlebell and you want to use that for your swings, you are going to not only swing slower, but you're going to need more rest. So you might be really good at swings and 15 swings might seem really easy to you in 1 minute, but if you're using a 45-pound kettlebell, you're going to want that longer rest. So even if you do it fairly fast, it's almost like you deserve more rest because you're using a much heavier weight than somebody who's doing it with 10 pounds, okay? So if you're doing 10 pounds and that's all you can do, but the swings are fairly easy, you might want to up the number of swings, okay? So again, this whole thing depends a lot on how heavy the weight for your swings is, because obviously an air squat is just a body weight squat. Or what you could do is you could even add weight and do a goblet squat. And again, maybe you're somebody who's really good at squatting and 15 squats in 1 minute is like a piece of cake to you. You can always add and make a goblet squat, and then that 15 is gonna become harder, okay? So there is a wide range between 10 and 15, but you can even go outside of that range depending on the weight that you are using, okay? It's a big dependent on the weight type of thing. So our swings look like this. And our air squat is just a squat with no weight. So I'm not gonna go over the air squat. I'm gonna go over the swings and the structure of the workout. So every minute on the minute is a timer. So you're going to go to your timers page, it'll explain how to do it. If you go into your timers app, it's gonna say EMOM. You're gonna click it, you're gonna set the duration for the 16 minutes, or if you wanna do longer, you can do longer. And it's going to beep every minute on the minute, okay? So it's gonna beep to start. The clock is gonna run from 0 seconds to 60 seconds. It's gonna beep on that 60-second mark, which is 1 minute. It's gonna beep again when it hits 2 minutes, beep again when it hits 3 minutes. It's gonna beep every minute on the minute marker for 16 minutes, okay? Every time it beeps, you are going to do 10 to 15 swings and 10 to 15 air squats in the same minute, okay? So that's why I'm saying it really depends on the weight that you're using for how many reps you're gonna wanna do. So if you're using a heavier weight and you decide to do 15 swings and you might wanna just do 10 or 12 air squats, you might finish faster, but you are definitely going to need that longer rest, because the way that the EMOM works is your only rest is how much rest you give yourself. So it's gonna beep every minute. If it takes you 30 seconds to do 15 swings and 15 air squats, you now have 30 seconds until it beeps, and every beep means you start again. If it takes you 40 seconds to do those two exercises, you have a 20-second rest. If it takes you 45 seconds to do those exercises, you have a 15-second rest. So there is no real built-in set rest. The rest is, once you're done, how long is it until the next beep? That is what your rest is, okay? So again, it's really gonna be dependent. Sometimes it takes me 2 rounds to figure out what I want my reps to be because I have to try it out. So if I'm using a medium-sized kettlebell, I always aim for the highest numbers. I'm gonna aim for 15 swings and 15 squats. So I'm gonna do my first round with those 15 and 15. If it takes me way too long, I know for the second round I need to drop something down, most likely the number of swings I'm doing, okay? And then I'm gonna drop it down maybe to 10 swings, 15 air squats. If that leaves me 15, 20 seconds of rest, I would be happy with that, okay? So if you're somebody who has a lighter dumbbell or kettlebell or something, and you do 15 swings, 15 air squats, and you're done in like 20 seconds, 25 seconds, you need to either up the number of swings that you're doing and or maybe add weight to your air squats, or also up the number of air squats, okay? So again, it's very variable, and it all just depends on the weight that you're using, how fast you're going, and again, it might take you a few rounds to judge where you should be. If you start off in a good place and then you're on like round 11 and 12 and you still have a couple more to go and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna make it, then you wanna drop down your reps, okay? So if you started 15-15 and you made it all that way and now you're just super fatigued, you might wanna drop down to 10 and 10, okay? But in the beginning, it still might take you a while to figure out what your numbers should be. So what you could even do is you could just do a couple of tests. So don't even set your real timer, just set like a stopwatch and do what you want to do and see how long it's going to take you, okay? And then if you're like way off, then you already know. And then that way you're not wasting rounds in the actual workout and you're just, judging it based off of how you think it's going to go. And for swing reminder, this is our hinge movement. So this is where your butt is going to go back to the wall. Your back is straight, but it's gonna fold toward the floor. Your knees are slightly bent. This is our hinge. And then we're gonna come up. Your weight is gonna come up. Your butt is going to squeeze, but you're not gonna overarch when you squeeze, okay? So here to here, here to here, here to here. So if you need to practice that motion, do it with no weight. Bend with your butt going backward. You're gonna feel the pull in your hamstring. Your back is lowered, but it is straight, and then you're gonna come up. Down, up, down, up. Notice at no point in time am I squatting. Your swing does not have a squat in it, okay? So if you need to, you're gonna practice just like this, feel that pull in your hamstrings, and stand up, okay? If you have any questions on this or you need help determining what you should be doing, message me, but otherwise, that is it. I hope you had a great month, and I'll see you in October.